We should be live, I guess. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Anyone on the other side?
No one will answer us, you know.
Hey, low score Tom. The first one on the Twitch, so that's really nice.
Oh yeah, you have it on Twitch as well. Okay, I don't see it.
I stream it everywhere.
I'm just checking. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I can tell you how many people are on YouTube right now. It's me.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
good.
It reminds me the beginnings of the Vue.js meetup.
But I mean, we had always like 4 or 5 people at least.
Yeah.
Live, of course.
No, it's not first time we have meetup live. Actually, we had it like for the whole almost 2020. We had always the meetups online, and we ended. I think why we didn't have it. We have it some offline also during the 21, right?
Yeah, in between, yes. We tried 2 or 3 times. I think only 2 times actually, and then the whole thing just blew up. Maybe it was 3 times. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So that's, and we didn't have meetups like for last 3 months, 2 months. We should have the Christmas one and in the January. And yeah.
And the Christmas one we basically cancelled
because I didn't my internet was like completely down.
Oh right, exactly. That was the technical issues. It just didn't work.
Yes.
And last time you had COVID.
Yeah, that's
basically. That's like
ultimate. It's the ultimate excuse for everything now.
Yeah. It's not even a lie, so hey, why not using it?
So do we have anyone on the YouTube?
By the way, for everyone, anyone except us seeing this, it's not beer, it's apple juice.
I mean, it looks like something different, but
yeah, it's apple juice with sparkling water. So
yeah,
it's a very German thing.
Apfelschorle.
Apfelschorle, exactly.
Hey, Lana.
Hey. I don't see what he sees, but hey. Anyways. By the way, what is this Gandalf thing that I'm seeing here on the right? Is it necessary to stay there for some streaming reasons, or?
Yeah, maybe we can
ask that before we started the screen.
The thing is, like, I share a screen with you that if I want to show something on the stream, so you can see it too, and you don't have to watch it on YouTube.
That's nice. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm nice.
That is very kind of you. Awesome.
Hey, Lana.
We have more than 2 people watching us already.
Yes.
No. Yes.
How are you doing, all 2 people?
It's already in, how do you say it?
Peaking.
You would already be caught by the police on the streets now. In a group of 4 people, it's already a thing, whatever it's called. In German, you say Versammlung, like a meetup, basically a meeting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You German are always like this.
that's how we are. That's true. Finding weird words for things that don't make sense and putting people to jail for it. That's how we do. Yeah.
Cool. What do we have here? I know that YouTube chat is only displayed because I try to connect my Streamlabs with Twitch, but Twitch has some issues with their API, with their authentication, and I wasn't able to connect my Twitch account to Streamlabs. So it's separate. But next time, maybe.
I personally don't even see our video yet. Oh, now I see it. Nice. Oh, nice background.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
It's a new year, so I played with Photoshop a little bit. Oh, we have some. What's this?
The message was removed, but I think Lana wanted to ask something like where we are, I guess. Not sure, but let's see. Maybe the message comes back.
I'm using Streamlabs OBS, which is it's all, I would say. You have OBS, and then Streamlabs is kind of, I would say DSL in more.
OBS sounds like an abbreviation where you try to be a kind way to say obese or something like this.
Obese.
I see. Okay, Lana saw that we are in Berlin. So actually, it's only me in Berlin. Jiří is in some place in Czech Republic.
Yes.
Not Prague.
No, it's not Prague. It's north to Prague. It's actually like
that's
40 minutes by car. So it's like if you are going to the outskirts of Berlin, it's the same.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So where I am, basically.
If I would live in the same place in the Berlin, I would be still in the Berlin. In the Czech Republic, I would be still in Prague. If I compare it with Berlin, so we are a small country.
Yeah. Yeah, you have the cheaper and better beer, though. Admittedly.
Yes.
Yeah, anyways, I also always thought that the place where you are is somewhere closer to Germany than Prague, but it's actually further away, so...
No, it's actually closer to... It's close to Germany, actually.
How can it be closer if it's north of Prague?
Yes. I mean, if you go north to Prague, there is a Germany, you know?
No? What?
Yes.
Okay, let me check Google Maps. What is wrong with my geography? Oh, you're right.
If I go on the highway, I am like in the 30 minutes. I am in the Dresden.
Of course, yes. Oh, my brain. No, okay. I somehow flipped the map in my head. Okay.
Yep. Still Sudeten.
Oh yeah. Still Sudetenland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Former,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah.
Don't expecting
So
any
you are-
visits.
Okay. You sure? Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, of course it's north of. Anyways, don't listen to me, people. That was very embarrassing.
That's fine. We are just only neighbors, right?
Basically. And my European map was just flipped in my head. I basically looked at it from the driving direction that I would come from, So Prague was north of me in my head. That doesn't make any sense, but yeah. Okay, whatever.
Let's see. Still
Maybe.
2 people. No one wants to do a meetup. Yeah.
I mean, I put beer in the fridge, so I'll be fine.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm okay too. I don't have beer here. I have only like this. What's this?
Monster. Ugh.
But it's without sugar.
Energy drink, yeah. That helps.
Yes.
It's just like pump all the other chemicals into your body, but no sugar.
Yes.
That's fair. Yeah. By the way, I have a Dell XPS laptop, right? And it has 3 USB-C ports, and you can charge it from any of those ports and so on. But one of the ports died recently. It's a sad story. Now I have only two USB-C ports left.
Yeah.
Also, the battery jumps down to 60-something%. It says, "Oh, I'm at 100%," and then I'm unplugging the cable, and it takes a minute or two, and I'm suddenly at 62% or something.
Yeah. My MacBook also like started like do some cracking noises, like
Yes.
under the like the touch bar. No, touch bar was the.
Oh, not that the battery is somehow, not that it's bloating or something.
Hopefully.
I had this with my old not MacBook, but also an XPS, actually, a 15, a big one. Then, the touchpad just came up and just, the battery bulged like crazy. But it's not an issue because, it is, of course, an issue, but because it's a known issue, I got it replaced for free and so on, even after 3 years. So that was pretty nice.
Yeah. For free. That's for 3 years in Berlin. Nice. I was there for 5 years. I lived there. Back to Croatia. Nice.
Hey, we are international. That's great. My cousin is actually going to Croatia like at least once, probably even twice a year. He's like, that's his holiday place in summer, but I don't know where he's actually going. So just reminded me of it.
Hey Joe. Welcome to our meetup.
Hannah, what did you do in Berlin? Oh.
And how is the weather in Berlin? Do you have a snow?
No, it's not. It's just cold and wet. It's like 5-6 degrees, I guess. Let me check. 9 degrees. Woohoo! It's like summer. Berlin summer.
It's the same here, so it sucks. Yes. Cool.
So, what did you do in Berlin, Lana? I mean, 3 years. How long am I in Berlin, actually? 12 years? 11 or 12 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should talk about something. We have like staggering 3 people in the chat on YouTube, which is one of them is me.
Yeah. We can. I have living and working. Yeah.
Oh, nice. It's 4 people now. It just doesn't show me, but Awesome.
Ah,
Yes, we have Richard and Joe and Lana and me. There's also someone one shot. So yeah, it's like a big group already.
yeah, we are growing.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, let's start talking about issues, about important topics, about what will happen with Vue.js Meetup in
Yes,
Berlin,
that's a good question.
maybe. Right? I also thought so. I mean, I guess we will stay online for a while. It doesn't look like this is going to be better in. I mean, let's face it, they all, like all the governments collectively, just sit together regularly and decide to make it worse, right? That's like, I always thought, okay, Germany is really, really bad in what it's doing, but they're all the same. They're just all, yeah, I don't know,
Yeah,
different, basically. Let's see. I don't think that it's over this year. Let's face it.
yeah,
Just now waiting for the next variant, like after Omicron.
yeah. I think so that it should be better in, I would say, April. I would say
Oh yeah,
during summer. So definitely,
yeah, exactly.
I'm planning to do the Vue.js Prague meetup in April,
Nice.
like a little
Is there one already, or
little
is
spin-off.
it a new one?
It's hard to say because I spoke with some guys from the community, but it's really hard to like to get the correct date and like so we'll see.
Hmm.
So
Is it an existing meetup that you take over, or is it a completely new meetup?
it's it it depends. I'm still in contact with some guy
Mysterious.
who is mysterious. Who like was the host of the meetups of the Vue.js
Hmm.
Prague or like Czech Republic meetups. So if there will be no answers from him, I will do it like completely new one.
Hmm.
So
Okay. Yeah, just take it over and just kick the other one out.
I mean, I have
Next time.
I have place in my new company. So
Hmm.
we have place for like 50 to 70 people. So it's
Now you probably have the access to a lot of places, don't you?
I
Not in
mean,
person, of course, but in theory. Did
we'll see.
I say too much?
What's the a revival event in April, May on the Tempelhoferfeld? Yes, we can do it on the Tempelhoferfeld. We can have like the 2 or 3 meters distance between each other.
Mm-hmm. And then we just shout at each other. It's nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's do it. We should bring candles. And then maybe we can even do like instead of typical talks, we just do singing. No, but let's just have a beer on Tempelhoferfeld, right? I mean, that sounds good. Yeah. I think the summer will be fine anyways. It's like the last year. It's probably from April to like September or maybe latest October. It will be okay.
Yeah.
And then things just crash again because Germany is, or any country is not able to do a real thing, but instead of, oh yeah, it will go away one day. We can't close shops now. That doesn't work because of reasons. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
it's stupid.
so let's see, right? For I don't know for the Berlin one. So it really depends. I think we might have. I would say April would be maybe we can try to like to aim it like for the April, end of maybe May. So
But there's also the Vue.js Amsterdam, I think, is it in May?
no, it's first 2 to 3 June, I think.
June.
Yes, it's in first or 2nd June or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's in June. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a good date.
June,
It's much more better date than February.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's much nicer to visit Amsterdam this time of the year, anyways.
Yeah, we always. Yeah, right. We always were there like when there was like wintry, cold.
Yeah. I mean, we actually had very nice days there, even, right? The last or second last time when it was actually in person, I think the weather was really nice for the time of the year.
Yeah.
Which means it was sunny, but 5 degrees or something like this. But I guess summer would be nicer, yeah, definitely.
Bye bye, Lana. Thank you for coming.
Oh,
at least for a couple minutes.
Love the chat. Bye bye. I should have followed the chat, didn't. But yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
So let's see, right? Maybe like the second week in the second Tuesday in the May. Before the
That also sounds good, actually.
Yeah.
2 weeks before the actual conference.
Yes.
We just gather everyone together in Germany so that they can then right afterwards start their tramp towards Amsterdam. And I guess they can make it in 2 weeks easily.
Yeah, we can.
It'll just be one long trek and we will be singing with our candles. I don't know. I don't listen to me.
Yeah.
So,
Then German police come
and will stop us from singing, take our candles.
Yeah.
Let's see. By the way, did I show you that I have someone? Let me. Wait for it.
What?
Ooh. Yes, that.
It looks like the Fussel, but white version.
Yeah, we bleached her. No, that's Lani, and Lani is new since. Oh, oops, sorry. I think I hit her head. Right on. Just like tiny bit. No, she's new since I don't know 1 or 2 months.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, but the other one is still there. No worries. Just not here right now. Yeah, we needed to. Now we took her from. She's basically another rescue dog, if you want so.
So, oh, there are some people on Twitch. Cool.
Yes.
What do you think about the Vue 3? Wow. Only the good
Here's
things.
a very broad question.
Yes. Only the good things. But let's wait for Vue 4.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, we should always wait for the next. What? Why? Isn't there even a proposal?
No, I don't think so.
Right. I think for Vue 4 to come, there has to be some significant change, like between 2 and 3, and I don't think that this is going to happen soon. I think this whole composable something what we have now is the new thing for web frameworks.
Yeah.
And let's wait for it to be outdated before we start a Vue 4.
Yeah, I think that's
in us.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that I'm slowly starting to using the Vue 3. Sadly, I still have like lots of legacy projects with Vue 2.
Oh.
So
By the way, the company I'm currently working in, right? I always told people that it has like 160,000 lines of front-end code and another like 60 or so, 60,000 backend. But I didn't count right. Actually, it's in total 450,000 lines of code. Not only front-end, but everything together. It's all JavaScript.
that's nice.
It's huge. Nice. It's nice and so manageable.
Yeah. We also like trying to kind of make sense of our code, what we have right now, and it's lots of things to do because like we are only 2 front-end developers there. So
should maybe call out for people to help.
Yes, we need lots of people. At least one more.
Lots of people, like 1 or even 2.
Yeah. I mean, we're actually looking for like some, would say, junior developer, like with some, I don't know, 1 year experience, something like that.
So you don't want to pay them so much?
No, we just need them to do the heavy work.
I see.
But actually, we have lots of test cases, and we need to rewrite them to Cypress. So I think that's...
What are you using?
What?
Until now.
Nothing.
No, but for the test cases, I mean, what are you using before, or did you use before Cypress?
The thing is, we people like human power. We have like our testers.
So I see. So you have written down test plans basically that you're now rewriting.
Yeah, we have the if you know the test trail application, you wrote there like scenarios and cases and like this, and our testers are like going like really like one by one and like testing them like manually. So
I know such a thing from Jira. Like it's an extension for Jira that was used.
Yeah.
Somewhere in some company I worked for. I don't know.
Yeah. So we have like I think we have around 1,000 cases or 1,500, something like that, and yeah, we need to just write them, like move them to Cypress and rewrite them. So
yeah, makes sense.
It would be. I think it's pretty. I wouldn't say easy, but it's not like the hardest part.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not all of those cases are easy to implement, but probably the broad, like most of them will be simple, just like repetitive. But when you have it, it's awesome, of course, right?
Yeah, and if you manage to,
the hard part is to do it right.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So if you then we can connect them to like to this test trail thing, and it will automatically set the test like it's passed and everything, like so. That's would be our ideal thing, because currently we before the release, because we are not doing like the continuous delivery, like deployment, because it's really hard to,
because you have 1,000 testers working on things before you can.
No, we have 3 testers, not with 1,000 cases. So,
okay, this way around.
Yeah. So So they need to go like with every release, like we doing like the once a month release, or like once a sprint, like it's, but it's usually once a month. We are doing this release, and they need to do like this regression tests, like with like everything testing if it's nothing broken, and it's, we know that it's possible to do it like with Cypress. I already did some, like I would say 80 or almost 100 cases, like are rewritten in Cypress, and it's working quite good. So it should be like, when it's done, it would be nice. So we can do the all for, I would say, 1,000 cases, like maybe in 1 hour. If we did something in parallel. So instead of 3 days, 3-4 days.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's a bit better.
yeah.
Yeah, but definitely, of course. Yeah, we have, I mean, I don't know how many cases test get. That's a lot. I mean, if you run tests, you know, like on deployment, we run them in parallel, like eight parallel processes, I think, I'm not sure, a lot. And but if you run them locally, the end-to-end tests, I think I did it once, but it takes a long, I don't know, like 4 hours or something. You know, I just started them, running them in the background and doing other stuff.
Yeah.
That's not feasible. But it's a very good reason to, you know, Google how to run a single test in Cypress.
Yeah.
It's like, it's impossible to run them locally.
Yeah, I mean, it's Joe. Yeah, switch over Cypress 7 component testing. Yes, I think I already migrate to latest Cypress, but didn't do the component testing because I didn't have time to try it. But I checked some videos, and it looks really nice. Like, so you
I can show you some. We do that as well. So if you want, we can have a look.
Yeah, that's nice.
Let me check. Yeah, that's not how it's written. Oh, come on. Yeah, we are using Cypress 8 exactly, and but we only have a few component tests. You know, everything started with end-to-end tests, and I think the mass of tests are end-to-end tests. Then there are some 100 unit tests. I mean, mostly on the back end, and then some component tests, which are pretty recently.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Our tests are like pretty. Are like the, I would say, biggest weakness. We don't have any like unit tests. We have like I don't know, maybe 10, which I wrote like when I had time in past couple months. But for the Cypress, it's better. But we have like the Cypress, we have like the separate instance, like completely different app. So basically the idea is that you run the Cypress, and in the overall scheme, what we want to do or what we want to achieve is that when you doing the deploy on the GitHub or GitLab, it will run the Cypress like on with this CLI, and it will spawn like the like some staging diff like with the Kubernetes and like this magic, and it will spawn the test environment with like some seeds data and like the basic data, and it will do the regression on the kind of stable environment, and then it will kill the instance after, and this one. So this is like our goal, what we want to do.
This is similar to what we have actually. Yeah. So we have a separate server that is running, that is like the whole backend, front end, whatever thing is running in a separate server instance. And then the tests run against a clone of the database, which is a test database that is then always flushed again and so on. And I think this is just split into 8 blocks for an end-to-end testing when you push all GitHub Actions stuff, and then there's even development instance that QA people can use to see the changes and so on. But that's somehow Heroku stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't touch this. I only know that it exists.
Yeah. So yeah, but we have we have plans. We have plans to fix it. It's
we have different issues to fix. That's the thing. That actually works pretty okay, since the parallelization of tests, that is also, I think, only 3 weeks old, I think. We have some weird issues with even more flaky tests than before. And with things like, if you rerun the jobs, they don't even actually run the tests again, but just mark them as done. Shit. So now, beforehand, you could just say, okay, let's rerun the tests and things are fine. But now you basically have to do an empty commit, or you can do the pull request on GitHub, so you can just put it to draft mode and back, then that would also do it.
Yeah.
It's not optimal, let's say. That's too much magic happening in the background, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really touch the system itself. I only know that there are some quirks.
Yeah.
They're manageable.
Yeah. I mean, what are the biggest issue what we are trying to solve, or mostly me, is that we have one application, admin application for every building. What's the owner or something like that, who or keeper or whatever. What's the name? Not the keeper.
Landlord.
Yeah, it's the landlord, but he's the the manager of the building.
Client. Facility manager. Facility
manager. Yes. And for them, we have the web admin application. And right now, when we have around over 60 buildings right now, and we are doing the build for every 60 building, separately. And one hour build for the web admin, it takes 3 or 4 minutes, which is also weirdly slow, but that's so if you do the math, it took long time to do the deploy for all 60 buildings, right?
Of course.
So
what is it that takes so long to build that application?
Maybe I can
is it Next?
No, it's not Next. It's Vue.js too. But the thing is, maybe I can. This should not be the secret thing.
You have the X-Files melody in your head.
That's not. It was actually there. Up. Can you see it now? Can you see this?
Where should I see it?
On the shared screen.
Oh, I only see Gandalf.
On the Hangout.
Yeah, I see Gandalf.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I will do the transition there. So
I'll do a screenshot.
oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I see because I'm not yes. I will you entire screen share. Now you should see it.
Oh yeah. That's a lot of screen. Yeah. Oh, nice. Mm-hmm.
Can you see it? It's
Maybe I can.
It's looks nice. But if you check what's the issue here, I would say it's the yellow one, right? Because that's the wonders. That's the
It's huge, right?
yes, and that's if you see that it's Font Awesome, which is like the Font Awesome icons. It's pretty big, and the thing is, it's because it's it's maybe I don't know if it's my fault, but I think the Font Awesome it's tree shakeable, but it's not if you load everything in the in like the one library, right? You can load like the specific icons separately.
Yeah. Or you just load everything and then call it what you want.
Yes,
right?
that's what we have here.
Yeah.
Also, we have like jQuery here, which is some kind of thing, and
it's just a clear no for me.
And in the in the right, if you see like this date time picker, it's also pretty huge.
It's crazy to think about how this. I by the way, I wrote a date time picker once.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
I think 1.5 kilobytes or something.
Yeah. So I think,
of course, it doesn't have so many features, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of there is like I mean if you can see this, there's like lots of things to improve. I would say. Right. I mean we using the Webpack 5.
All those language.
What?
Yeah, but those language files as well, right?
This one, like the
NGB and EN.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like fully included and huge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's but that's the JSON. I mean, it should actually maybe this should not be part of the build. It's because I have it there, but they are download like during the build, so or after build. Oh, I don't know. No, before it doesn't matter. But if you see like there is the moment.js with all possible languages here. Yeah.
Moment.js is another thing.
Yeah.
It's a sickness, really. Maybe we can start by replacing all those huge pieces with smaller ones.
Yes, yeah.
Except for CodeMirror, I guess that is an actual useful tool that is pretty sizey, but...
Which one?
It's CodeMirror.
Yeah, CodeMirror, yes.
CodeMirror is really, it does so many things. It makes sense that can be a bit bigger.
Yeah, the thing is that our plan is basically get rid of the bootstrap. We're using the Vue bootstrap library, and which will I would say get rid of most of the things here, like the jQuery, because we have jQuery just because of the bootstrap, and I will definitely want to try to do more tree shakeable for this Font Awesome things, just because we are using like maybe in total like 20, I would say. So we don't have to have everything here, right? And I think our build is, if you kind of, I will just switch back to life here. I think, if I remember correctly, our build is, how much is it? I don't remember. I don't. Yes, just. I think it's like 2.5 megabytes. Gzipped. So
Okay, now it gets painful.
and minimized, like it's the already take care of with the gzip and minimize, so it's still pretty huge. So yeah, so that's like the other issue. I mean, the size is one issue. I mean, but
we have that as well.
Yeah.
But administrative stuff, that is running, like an application that is run by specific people, if that loads a bit longer, that's usually not an issue.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like for like all people. Like, we don't have like heavy traffic there. Like, so it's used by, I mean, I would say maybe like hundreds of people, like maybe 100, maybe 200 people. It's not more, but still, like, on this kind of application, it's really, when you need to deploy it, like, you need to wait for 5 hours to deploy it for everywhere. It's crazy.
And that's one of those things that you better do on Friday evening, so that you have the whole weekend to debug whatever.
Yeah. I mean, our deploy for this sprint is scheduled on Saturday, 12th February. So.
Why?
I'm not the manager. Why not? Because
sure, yeah. Hey. I mean, Saturday, that's the best time to deploy stuff. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you still have Sunday to fix it to Monday, right?
It's true.
So yeah. Yeah, but the idea, what we are trying to do right now to fix it is we moved. I moved everything from environment variables. Not everything, but the different stuff which are different for the buildings. We moved to database, right? So, and we did some research, and we find some environment variables, and or some variables which are not need to be present on the build. And these mostly why we are doing like 60 different builds, it's because there are some kind of different for every building there is some different, I don't know, colors, some like they have like every building has like slightly different colors, right? Some has like red, or some different backgrounds and this kind of stuff.
I thought it's some security reasons. It's just theming, then just load theme later. I mean,
yeah, exactly, yeah. And there is like nothing like actually what's is kind of different between each other. If you strip every variable which can be loaded like after during the, I don't know, during the initialization of the app, or like even after login, right? So it's we don't need to do the 60 times buildings. We just need to do one app, one build app.
Yeah.
And then with some, I don't know, ops proxy magic stuff, we can just see, well, like if you come from one domain, we can just like redirect you to correct building and load all the necessary stuff from the database, and then
I think a few years ago someone invented something very forward thinking in this, right? And they called it user profiles and settings and stuff. Sorry, but it sounds exactly like this, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's
profile
it.
Data.
The thing is that the things what should be in the settings or user profiles was in the environment variables. So if you need to build the app for some I don't know, we have like in Prague, like it's like building in Prague name, which is the name, right? But in US you have like different name, like one Vanderbilt or whatever. So you always need to have different environment variables. So you need to build it again, right? To be there correctly. But this is more this stuff are able, like it's really good to have them in the settings and download them like
absolutely
after that.
Yeah. Makes
even the color schemes and everything, pictures.
Yeah.
So
why wouldn't, I mean, of course, it probably was one of those this is now faster to do for 2 or 3 or even 10 buildings. But then at some one point it of course got too much, right?
Yeah, the thing is that that's right now we are like kind of on the limit. Like we have like, we have 60 buildings, and it took like one build took 5 hours to build, like to have everything on production, every building's on productions. And even though we have like, I don't know, 30 buildings in Europe and 30 buildings in US, so you need to do it like separately, even though because the time, right? So we are doing like the
you have to.
like US release and EU differently, but in total it take like 5 hours, but we have. Of course, we have contracts for other buildings right now, and we will have soon, maybe, I don't know, triple times more buildings, right?
Good for the company, bad for the build times.
Yes. So
hopefully we can fix it until then.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I don't want to spend the whole weekend just for the building, right? Building the buildings. Yeah, so it's so hopefully the thing that what I'm doing right now, just to basically, when you go to the app, so in the first you will get the some kind of basic settings from API for the colors and this kind of stuff, the basic stuff, and then everything else will be in the settings when you are logged in. So and then we will have only one application, which will be like much more easy to scale, right? And,
absolutely. Of course, doesn't.
Everyone will be happy.
The only reason for me to have separate deployments, like complete rebuilds, would be security concerns. Like if you have some baked-in secure data or something. But if it's really just about settings and theming and so on.
Yes, I mean, of course, there will be some environment settings, but this is like exactly this one, right? Some kind of settings which are necessary or like common for all buildings. Some like basic security stuff and like, so yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. So hopefully it will work.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's,
Fingers crossed is what you're saying in English.
then we have like another like lots of challenges what we want to do. I mean, where I can start, like it's like the monorepo thing, which are still like
yeah, good topic.
It's always like hot topic, and we
Planning to use NX
yes
for this.
yes. Actually, we last week I spoke with our CTO about this, that we trying to like compare the Lerna and the NX, which is better for us. And I mean, Lerna is good, kind of, I would say, basic stuff for open source projects. If you don't need anything like else than some kind of simple monorepo management, it's good. But for NX, it goes like much more deeper to the structure.
Yeah, I know you have. I don't know. I never looked at Lerna, but I know that NX allows you to like forbid package imports and stuff like this, so that you can really separate the code base, even though everything is together, like node modules and so on.
Yeah.
So, but what about Yarn workspaces? Isn't that basically that as well?
Yeah, I think the Yarn workspace is the part of the. You can combine it with Lerna, because I think maybe it's Lerna is also from the guys which are doing the Yarn, but I'm not sure right now.
I just read that NX is also able to, you can just put it on top of Yarn workspaces or Lerna, so you can basically just fuse all three probably.
Yeah. I saw that too. That you can basically mesh everything, like npm, pnpn, and like everything together, just to have like big mesh of nothing.
I'm sure that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I never touched those tools yet, so let's see. I might not have to.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know. I'm not a fan, but I don't have enough experience to say a lot about it, so I don't know.
Yeah, so but there is like lots of other issues which we need to solve before we are moving to monorepo. The thing is that we have like we have some front end apps, but the other apps are not like, I would say, they are not so important for us. So we fix them, or doing some like changes there like once a year basically. So, and the admin application is like only one for now. So maybe I mean, we will have some kind of apps sooner or later, but for now it doesn't make sense to do it right now. And we will try to like, we were just thinking about how to structure our project, right? Because it's always the issue, like the thinking, like how do you want to structure this kind of big project, and to scale properly, and not to have like really mess of components everywhere with directories, I don't know, deeper than I don't know node modules. So it's and yeah, I mean we have like kind of also already this. So you have like src / components / combines / I don't know, button / button / button / button.view, because why not?
Because why not? That's good answer.
Yeah, and then so yeah,
think that it makes sense to have such a deep tree.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, it depends on the structure and the type of the project. But for me, a good naming system work
Yeah.
well, because most of the time you try then to have a subdirectory, or like maybe structure your new whatever part of the application and then put everything in the subdirectory. But then you realize that this could be nicely reused somewhere else, and then you just do weird cross imports and so on. And in the end, it's just a mess, anyways.
Yeah.
So just throw it all in one directory, or like one level, like 1 or 2 levels deep. Like, I have components / whatever big topic, and then
Yeah, that's exactly what we want to do, like this kind of flat structure or flat hierarchy. So we have like components, and then basically we want to copy this structure what we have in the views, right? So if you have in the views, you have like, I don't know, people directory or like people.view component. Then so we will have in the components, we will have components / people, and then all components there, right? So to have it like still separate like this, because I mean, if you I cannot imagine like if you have like the whole structure in a one directory with this like the naming, like people, I don't know, switch button dot view, and then like people, I don't know, delete people or people / terminated, or not / like people terminated, and then you go like this kind of structure. It's if you have like hundreds of components like this in one directory.
Why not? Yeah, I don't think that it's an issue, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think that it would work for my current work. I mean, but that's partially to the reason that it grew, over time in some cancerous ways. You can't tell it differently, really. Can't call it. No, there's no nicer name for it. But I think if you structure things the right way, I mean, I don't know. I guess for a certain size, you should just separate pieces completely and have a shared pool of components and, subfolders or pages or something. It might also make sense to just have this completely separate from the components folder, another folder like in Next or so, where you have a pages folder. Maybe you have a separate folder for each big part of the application, or a pages folder with, this kind of stuff. I don't know. It's tricky, and it's probably impossible to do it right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
our current application. I would just completely throw over everything and then make 4 or 5 different completely separate repositories out of it, and then have some shared code library or whatever. This would make sense for this size of code base, but it's 5 years of work, I guess.
Yeah, that's we are thinking like moving like using move all like the common like reusable components what we have, like buttons and like this kind of stuff, to completely separate like the, I would say even like library. Like this is like the one thing what we want to, why we want to use the monorepo is move this kind of UI stuff to completely different like component library, whatever, and have it there like one source of truth for our company, for our, and then we will reuse them like over all applications. Like, but it makes sense for us because we are planning some kind of redesigns or this kind of things, and it will need definitely some refactoring along to it. So we want to do it like correctly, even though I'm pretty sure that we will do lots of mistakes on the way, along the way. But yeah. So
I always think about this whole monorepo thing. Yeah, sure, nice idea here and there, but I wonder if it doesn't make more sense, especially for a complex application, to separate things completely and then version it, and then have a nice, well-structured versioning in whatever your library, and separate things as much as possible. Then you have because whenever you touch something in that shared code base, you would always have to check that you don't break something else. And especially for visual components, it might be really, really tricky to make sure that you don't break some little whatever design thing or functional something. So this way, if you have versioned components or maybe even version components, or at least a versioned library of components, you could just have this one part of the application update in a controlled way to the new version as soon as you find time. Of course, it's an additional effort. But it might make, much less effort in the end when, you're not breaking stuff all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not fond of this whole, we just share everything in one big code base and then have additional tools that make us able to handle them separately, but in the end we just import it everywhere. So if we change something, there are like 15 different places where we have to check if they still work.
Yeah. That's right. Let's see. It will be lots of work, and as I said, we are only 2 guys right now, so we need
people. There are some developers looked for. People look for developers. That sentence didn't make sense.
I mean,
talk to Jiří. We'll have a job for you. So that's it.
Yes. We have lots of buildings.
Builds and buildings.
So yes. So it's lots of challenges what we have. Like it's always hard to find the time for it, because I mean, as we are only 2, like there is like lots of I would say feature requests from our product managers around the company, and everyone wants something different, right? So you need to basically I'm basically working on this kind of, I would say, backend stuff, whatever, like on the build stuff and this kind of like in the then doing like the normal like component stuff, like building like creating like components or like some features in the application, and also like kind of even though like thinking about the next like structure and like refactorings and like all the code, what's the name, depths, like so
dependencies.
And also the depths, like the technical depth.
So are you working at basically on top of your actual work, like using your free time for it, or can you squeeze it in your typical workday?
It depends.
Tough question. Right?
Yeah. I'm trying to squeeze it on the day. I mean, usually I'm working like from I drive my kids to school and kita and I'm at the office around like 8 something after 8. If I'm in the office here in my office in my city, not in the office like in the headquarters of the company, so in Prague. So if I'm in the office in the city, I'm working like from 8 to 6 usually. Then after that, I'm not working. Sometimes it depends if we have release or not. Which seems like we have always release. So yeah. But if I'm going to Prague, it's harder because it's like you need to add like roughly 3 hours for traveling, like back and forth. So
Yeah.
but we have really nice offices actually. I mean,
Great. It's cool.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
That's if you're not anyways in Prague, then I don't know. It's I'm really really happy about the home office, to be honest. I'm not always at home directly, right? But I have an office space basically in 10-15 minutes from here, so it's really close, and that is really really nice. So I'm working from home, or just use a short break to go to that office space, and then can work from there. So that is really nice. But this typical commute of 40 minutes, 50 minutes inside Berlin every day, twice, no.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's almost the same. When I was traveling, like in Berlin, to Hackeschermarkt from my place in the south, right?
Yeah.
So it took like usually around like 40 minutes. When I went home, it took slightly more because of the all people are like were trying to go home. So yeah, but for my traveling to Prague, like it's almost the same. I mean, it took maybe like 20 or 30 minutes more, but it's not bad actually. But it's really hard to go there because, I mean, of course, because of the corona, right? Because I mean, in the past, I would say month and a half, we were 2 times in the quarantine actually. So one time because my wife and I had this, then my son had, or his teacher had it. So it's still, I want to go to office to Prague, and then this kind of thing came, and it's the same right now. It's today. I should be in Prague on Thursday, but I would probably go there because my son he's sick. He has a cough, and so it's
you have to keep him home, right? And
yes.
we had the same last week. Yeah. I mean, or the week before, basically, half, whatever. Yeah, but anyways, I mean, I'm lucky, right? It's not a big of an issue here because there's this 50-50 thing, whatever. But
what 50-50?
Yeah. Like, she's not always here. She's only 50% of the time she's here.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Makes life much easier sometimes. It's very plannable suddenly.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to divide 50-50 3 kids, right? So
you can just give them away completely, right?
Yeah. It's 1
week for you, 1 week for the kids, no? I know.
Yeah.
You don't have to cut them in half. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's yeah, so it's really hard to, and also, I mean, actually like the I really like the when I joined the, for example, the From A to B in Berlin.
Mhm.
I was really happy to go to office every day. It was I mean, it was fun actually, and
Yeah.
I I I, I like it, and
And a
I
lot of
did
outcomes.
what? Yeah, DevCons, of
Yeah.
course. Uh, and we had like the um I didn't have like any urge to stay at home actually,
Mm.
right? I it was really good, like you always like had some fun there, like going to lunch and everything, and
Yeah. It was a nice environment for
I
sure.
mean it was
Yeah.
mainly in the beginning, right? In the like when we moved to Hackeschermarkt, and then like we were like when we started like get more people, more and more, it was slightly harder to with some people, different people, and
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
different opinions, and like
That's right. Yeah, but until then, and apart from that, it was really nice. That's
yeah,
true. Yeah.
yeah, and
Uh,
the thing is that it also like I you get like the connection with the people, right?
mm,
Like I mean, of with you and with others with which were there in the company in the beginning, you had like the connection like really good. And now when I started with a new company, and I started like basically from day one, I was like remotely, and I was at the office like after like 3 or 4 months when I was in the company. It's
mhm.
really for me. I guess it's sometimes really hard to get like the connection with the people, right? It's
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, still better that you have, the possibility to see them in person from time to time,
yeah,
I guess. But like a fully remote company, I don't know. It doesn't feel like not even remotely haha like what we had at From A to B. Like
yes,
this, of course. Even though it was, I mean, I'm not a big fan of getting up early to get into the train for whatever
yeah,
long amount of time, blah blah. Um, it wasn't that long actually, because back then I think I still lived at like close to Ostkreuz. So I basically walked to Ostkreuz and then had like what 20 minutes. So that's okay. It's like everything until a half an hour is like
yeah,
absolutely fine. It's really no issue.
yeah,
Uh, but like an hour is too long. It's going.
yeah,
So, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was definitely a nice uh, word. Word. Please insert here a word.
yeah. So it's yeah, that's
Environment. That's the word. So
environment. Yes,
yes, it was a really nice environment.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I would say that. Yeah, it was really nice, actually, and with I mean with lots of people in the beginning. It was I had like it was fun. We did lots of like great stuff, and
Yeah.
if the thing is also like we were in the beginning, and we started like exploring. We explored lots of things, like lots of paths, and
Yeah, exactly. And we really thought things through, like really tried what would be the best way and so on. And it worked so well, but this went away
yeah,
quickly.
yeah. In the beginning, I did like this kind of approach where we had like lots of discussions about like this kind of stuff, and
Mhm.
it was really good. Then then it came.
And opinions happened. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, there is.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
well, that's good. By the way, I had exactly that last topic that we had, like how to structure some code base and make sure that this somehow is a valuable way to structure it instead of just destroying everything after a year. I exactly had that discussion today with someone, but out of the view of, hey, we have 450,000 lines of code, and how do we make sure that this gets better over time, right? And I think the tough part is because everything grew so much into it's the same issue that you have with because you're only 2 developers, but we have like 30, 40 developers, and still no one has time for big architectural changes because it's such a huge thing, right?
Yes.
To do. So you can't just sit down like for a month having 15 people working on it. It's just not going to work, and that's the issue. There will never be the time to do this architectural change if the application grew already so
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
So now we have the opportunity to do something because there will be a new application, it will be separated, and there's this discussion if we should integrate it in the existing code base, but just use as few of the existing code as possible, just reuse some parts like the authentication stuff and so on, which is of course nice, right? Saves some work.
But you're talking about also about the backend, right? Or just the front end?
Yeah, both front end and back end actually. Yeah, it's this application will have its own back end or back end like endpoints at least.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be its own back end, of course, but it needs new endpoints and so on. And it has a lot of different front end stuff. So now the opportunity would be to just create a completely separate application and just completely rip it off the rest and put a bit more effort into the architecture so that you could use the chance to take other pieces of the application from time to time and put them into this new separated code base that is really cleanly separated and has a good structure.
Yes.
I don't think it will happen. I don't think so. I see it already how it will. There will be this discussion will go on. And we will, in the end, even if we decide to split it completely into its new code base, it will be a separate project and that's it.
Yeah.
There will be never time to separate this huge application.
Yeah. That's basically what we are trying to do also right now. We are discussing this kind of stuff too. And I actually today I had like some kind of conversation with the other front-end guy about the structure, what we want to do. And
today, as it seems. Nice.
So basically we want to, I mean, as we will do also the kind of redesign thing. So basically we will do the redesign thing, and because of the redesign we will also kind of, we want to refactor the application also and move and create it like correctly, not from the beginning, but basically what we have, like if you in the src the directory, we will have like basically new directory, whatever it will called, like redesign or whatever. And then we will basically
final approach, final
we will create the new structure in the redesign directory, and we will basically move slowly everything there, and what will left on the other side, except the redesign directory, will basically be scratched or deleted, right?
Okay.
Because
there will be no unsorted folder or something like this.
Like I think it's, I mean, this sounds easy, but it would. I mean, there will be lots of course, there is lots of components really badly written, really, like it's with some like thousands lines of codes and.
Yep. No worries.
And the worst, like I'm usually like for like the we are mutating the props and everything. So this sometimes it's like propagating like yes. So there is lots of challenges like to do it right. So I mean, of course, the easiest thing would be to like delete it and rewrite it like from the scratch from the beginning. But
Yeah,
but that's
it's a big dream.
yes, that's
Of course, yeah, it's not going to happen, right?
no,
I
that's
mean, it would be awesome to just have like something like you have 1 or 2 days per week, better two than one, of course, but like 2 days per week where we could just rework everything in the background, so that you really, I mean, I know I'm talking out of experience here, but you basically just start rewriting. You just pull down the feature development a bit, but still mainly use your time for feature development or bug fixing, of course.
yes,
And then just try to rewrite from scratch everything on the site. And I mean, that I'm pretty sure that can work.
yes,
But I don't think that management in general will be open to these things because they don't see the value
yeah, yeah,
in a complete rewrite.
yeah,
So they think, okay, we can just on the site do small enhancement all the time. But if you have 500,000 lines of code, small enhancement, it's just like throwing little water drops on a hot stone. Like,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
enhanced it.
I mean, of course, it would be nice to move our application to Vue.js to Vue 3 and use like
Oh yes.
use
I would
lots of things what we are missing in the Vue 2 and also
love
like
3 minutes before the dev server started.
yes, yeah, that's also the other thing, like replace the webpack with Vite.
Yeah.
That would be also awesome because I'm pretty sure that we don't need to use Webpack for our application. I think Vite can do basically everything what we need. We don't do any special stuff with Webpack there.
Yeah.
So
There are still some things that I had some issues with Vite that I had from time to time regarding, I think mostly regarding asset handling.
yeah,
Sometimes it's a bit tricky because what happens in the end. So not that Vite couldn't do it, but what happened in the end is a completely different process than what you have while development, right? So
Yeah.
Vite is just all this nice component fancy stuff, and your browser's handling all the difficulties. But then you have a roll up, bringing it together,
yeah,
and that's a different process. So sometimes I had it that I had things working totally fine in development, but the build process couldn't work with it because of some paths being different, whatever,
yeah.
little. This is a bit annoying, and it can be really, really tricky to fix in large projects,
Yeah.
I could imagine. But if you fix all those things,
Yeah, I mean,
it should be.
still like Vite is really, I would say, young or like in.
Yeah,
It's
but it's already the second version, isn't it?
it's the second version, yeah, of course, but
So it's not young.
I mean, it's teenager. Okay. So,
It's in its third year now, actually. It's not that young. But yeah. It's, of course, compared to Webpack. It is, yes.
yeah, so.
Yeah. Anyways, but I would love to use Vite for more stuff, definitely. It's so much nicer and faster.
Yeah.
And the configuration is usually like the aliases that I put in
Yeah.
are not in there by default. And then maybe a proxy server if I need it for API stuff. But even that's really not a lot of work. It's really simple to do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There is not so many things I'm doing. Like that's. I think maybe. I played lately like with GraphQL, so you need to like set the Apollo client or something like that. So you need the GraphQL plugin or Apollo plugin for to feed, but it's so easy to do it. Like, so it's nothing hard. Yeah. So, I mean, of course, I mean, if I had time and my managers were like on vacations for 2 or 3 months. So that would be really really nice to use, like rewrite it completely. I think it wouldn't be so hard to rewrite it. I mean, we have some complicated stuff there, of course, but on the other side, I think there is like lots of API calls, which is sometimes really annoying. And I think maybe some GraphQL would solve this, to collect all the API calls and then call the GraphQL server to get all the data what we need. Just it would be much more easier to have it like this backend for frontend or whatever they call it.
I know what you mean.
So
I'm not a fan, but I see reasons for it. Yes.
And of course we are using Laravel, which is PHP. No hate. So I mean, actually, like Laravel did lots of really great job for Vue.js, like for
absolutely
in the community.
I think the adoption of Vue.js is like a huge part of it is thanks to Laravel and the Laravel community, definitely.
Yeah, but
it's, I mean, whatever floats your boat. It's the wrong thing to say, yeah, I guess. No, people like Laravel, and I think the framework itself is really good. I never really used it. I didn't have to touch. I think I used Symfony like 500,000 years ago, roughly. Yeah. In some job, some company back then. I don't even know what it was. What did we do? I know that I created some form magic stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that was Python then, I guess, right? Symfony is Python. Yeah.
No, Symfony is PHP.
Oh. No, but we had Python back then. I'm pretty sure it was not PHP that I used.
So Django or
Django. Maybe it was Django then.
Something like that.
Anyways, it's basically all this. I mean, okay, no hate. It's not all the same, of course, but like the foundational ideas are very similar. Like Rails, Django, and Laravel, and Symfony, and so on. They're all like very similar.
Yeah. I mean, even though like I try to look at the Symfony in the past, also at the Laravel, still thinking that Rails are at least like a couple years ahead still. But
I don't know. I have no idea. I really lost track of Rails and all this stuff, and because I'm just not a fan of the way it is working. Same for Django and so on, because there's just too much stuff happening to make things easier for the developer. So that I think I'm opposed of the idea that someone is learning a framework. Same with React and Vue probably as well for some people, but they're rather learning a framework than the language and the foundations of it. And I really don't like it. And frameworks like Rails are a big reason why was the same with PHP frameworks back then. A big reason why there are a ton of programmers that just do a very, very mediocre job because they actually don't know about how things are really working, but they know there's this really convenient function doing it for them.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, you're right, because I mean, when I started like working with Rails, I basically start learning Rails first, and then after that because I mean I learned some kind of Rails, and after that I kind of looked much more deeper and go like to Ruby. So, but obviously it should be opposite, right? You just need to learn like the basics, and Rails are
Yeah.
But it's
I mean,
but Rails are really like convenient. It's really easy to.
of course. And it's, I mean, for some people who are not very experienced or not yet at all experienced, it is awesome that you are able to like type in one or two command lines and Rails is just scaffolding the hell out of it, and you have a ready-made block. Yeah, it just works. That's great. I'm sure that gives very, very good feelings, like of success for people who don't have much experience with it. And then slowly finding your way into the details. That's totally fine by me. But
Yeah.
it's also the reason why we have a lot of people who are not really knowing what they're doing. They're just using a framework.
Yeah.
It's of course not the framework's fault, right? It's like making people, claiming that people are bad because they can drive a car but don't be able to repair it. It's probably the same thing. I'm not able to repair a car.
Me neither. I was able to change the light bulb, actually, but that's
You
the.
see?
I actually hurt my hand with it while doing it because.
Yeah, because it was like really a really shitty.
Yeah,
position.
I need to do like really like yeah.
Yeah. It was a VW. I think it was a Volkswagen.
I think it doesn't matter. I think it's
Opel?
it's
Maybe it was an Opel.
it's with
I'm not sure.
every car. I had to change the light bulb. It's everything like you need to. I have like Renault, so I think if you need to change the light bulb in the front, like the head tail, you need to like disassemble like half of the car to get there. So
Yeah.
But
It's probably getting worse in newer cars even. I think they make it really, really, really hard to do anything on your own. Because of course they want you to go to some certified whatever repair shop so that you can pay something.
or you have Tesla, and if your light bulb is broken, it will order the new one by itself.
Not sure if I like that.
For reasonable price.
Yeah, of course, for a reasonable price plus whatever fee for someone to put it in, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with a Tesla Autopilot, the car could just get the light bulb for you.
Yeah.
That would be fun, You just look out of the window randomly, and then you see your car starting and driving away on its own, just coming back with a new light bulb.
That. I mean, it's not so. Unimaginable actually.
Yeah, it's true. It's not crazy far away. Not sure if I would like that. But yeah, nice.
I mean, if you like what Tesla is doing right now, like they are doing this Tesla bot. So if you have Tesla bot and Tesla car, they can like go like together. So it will use the Tesla bot will use the Tesla auto, Tesla car, and go shopping, and the bot will go for shopping.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I guess that's the future. Anyways, all with drones. Yeah, I think delivery is the future. Not to go for shopping, but to have virtual shopping malls and then do delivery.
Yeah, we can shop in the metaverse and get
I'm pretty sure this is what they're
get
working
a JPEG of chocolate bar.
I download this awesome chocolate that I now can print out of plastic.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, if you can print your food. Nice. You just put Earl Grey hot. Okay, tea Earl Grey hot. Sorry, it was wrong. Please, fandom, don't kill me. Yeah, I would like that.
I mean, actually, I think there are some 3D printers where you can use like some kind of food
Yeah, but it's mostly for, sugar stuff and so on. So you can print food, but it's basically you can print a cake or this kind. I mean, you can of course also print meat now, right? This 3D printed meat replacement stuff. Not sure. This is far ahead of time, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's also like always extremely specialized, right? You don't have like a printer that just does things, and you have this one printer that does this one thing.
Yeah.
So, so I don't want to buy a broccoli printer, separate from my noodle printer.
So you
I
will
want
have,
the machine that I tell what I want, and then it's just creating it for me.
you will have like the whole farm of printers, and if you
Yeah, no.
if you want lunch, you need to like print like 60 different kind of stuff and put them together, like assembly line, and then you will.
Yeah, exactly. No, no thanks. I guess delivery it will be.
Yeah, still
I mean,
works.
food delivery. Why? I mean, it's not. Amazon starts food delivery already, right? So why not one day you will just have this whole crazy place, where you just order everything all the time. You want food, a drone comes by, brings you hot, nice, very very freshly made food.
Yeah, yeah.
Why not, right? That reminds me of hunger. I'm hungry. Actually.
Yeah, I think. What time?
How many visitors do we have? Or people watching us?
I have no idea.
Can you see it?
Maybe one or two, three. I guess so.
So YouTube tells me there's one person.
One.
And
Richard.
it's me. Oh yeah, Richard. Yay! Thanks for staying with us.
Yeah, that's sad.
Not because of you, Richard. Sorry if you don't get it wrong.
No, Richard, you are awesome. It's like if you stayed here like the whole time, that like you. If
Babbling, really.
Yeah.
Oof, I'm the happiest person right now.
Ich glaube, sie muss mal raus. Die rennt super nervös durch die Tür.
Okay. So, two things. One. Oh, it smells so good. But the second thing is that there's a small dog here who probably needs to go outside soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it will be almost 2 hours, so we can.
It's all right. I mean, Richard, do you have any questions, topics,
What do you
interesting things to talk about?
As-
What are you doing even? And is it Richard or Richard? Okay, I'll mute myself.
Yeah.
Which is good. Is Richard responding?
Yes.
What did he say?
He's just listening us after a whole day working from home. That's good. I mean, there are definitely better things to do actually than listening us, but still, thank you.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, if he sees us, can do him some good. I don't know if he missed her. Just here you have some A bleach. Isn't that beautiful? If you wonder why she's looking always to, looking down, there is some food. Some food that you're not getting. Yeah, she will lead the discussion now. Why is there no food? Give me food. I need food. And I need to pee. But food. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it's true. The numbers are crazy here in Berlin right now. Like, I don't know how high actually, but 2,000 or something. I don't know.
2,000. That's not so big. We had last week we had like 65,000.
Let's have a look. So our 7-day incidence in Germany in total is 1,400 something. And in Berlin, it's 1,640 at the moment.
Yeah, that's...
With a total of 600,000 people infected.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Let's see. How about Czech Republic? Yeah, the US is worse. Czech Republic, they're like 2,150 or something.
Yeah. We have a lot.
Yeah, Poland is actually a bit better with almost 800.
It's like completely red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, it's still complicated, right? I mean, it's hard to compare these numbers. I mean, there was a time where we said, oh, wow, incidents are 50, crazy high, we need to lower this. And now we are at 500 and laugh about it. Except in Morocco or Algeria, 14 sad times. But yeah, it's summer there, right?
Yeah. That's it. It's really... I mean, I had it, and it's... The thing is, like, I didn't feel anything basically. It was really mild.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, I had the third shot, and basically the day after this third shot, my wife was tested positive. So it was really... I didn't like... I wasn't sure that I have it, right? I mean, I had some reaction after vaccination, like the whole body was completely like off. It was for one day. I wasn't able basically to move, but it was, and after that it was fine. Then from nothing, I lost completely smell, like, which is
That is a bad sign.
yeah, it was bad sign, but nothing else, just the smell.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
decent.
right. I mean, it's useful when you changing the nappies for the baby.
Diapers? Yeah, that's true.
So but yeah, so nothing else. But also the kids had nothing, even though that they were with my wife like all the time. They it was completely normal, but still, it's really hard to say because like me and my wife, we are vaccinated both. My wife had 2. I have 3. And I mean, I think we had a worse. Like this was like kind of mild flu, but it's really hard to compare because if we didn't have the vaccination, it might be different, and it's really hard to like compare, like what if, but so
Yeah, exactly. A friend of mine currently, for example, also has it, like officially has it. And it's like a medium flu, basically. So he's pretty tired and he has a headache and stuff like this. But his partner, for example, doesn't have a thing. She's complete. Her tests are negative all the time.
yeah. My test also was negative.
So I mean, they're also completely vaccinated all. So I guess it's just because of that.
But also my kids were negative with PCR. So but it's everywhere here. I mean, you cannot like escape it. If your kids are going to kita or to school, you basically cannot escape it.
Yeah, even with like testing all the time and so on.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. It's everywhere. I mean, hopefully this. I know that everyone is saying this, but hopefully this wave is the last one. But
Sure.
or we need to kind of go with the flow and just accept that we will have like kind of nice summer, spring, autumn free, and then winters will be like always like winter is coming and close the doors and
I really hope it's not going to be like this. If it's going to be like this, I move.
to where?
Somewhere where it's always summer, you know?
to Mars or
No, to a place where it's always warm, where there's no actual winter.
yeah, that's. I mean, even though the thing is that it's not. I would say it. It's not 100% reliable that where it's warm. It's because it was in Brazil was pretty bad, and they had like it. I guess it also depends on the genome and everything. Like that's
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I think we need to somehow to be like able to hold and or wait until it came pass away some. I mean, if
We will have to wait for it to be this actual endemic thing, and then we just have another flu.
Yeah.
And we'll get our vaccination shots every year, and that's it.
Yeah, the thing is that I mean, I know like not so many people who did the flu shots before, actually. But
I do. Always did.
yeah,
No, not always, but since a long time.
yeah.
But
I
also
mean-
I'm going to the dermatologist regularly because of condition, right? And they just do it. So
Yeah. I mean,
almost me.
I didn't have like I guess the need to go to have a like vaccination, because I mean you always like every kind of winter or something like catch something like mild, and you were get used to it like from childhood, right? You always had some kind of, in the winters there was something like flu, and it was like completely normal, like, but
Yeah, of course. And you still get it even with the vaccination. It's just the most prominent and the worst versions
yes,
of the flu will be, vaccinated against.
yeah.
But you still will have some flu thing going around. Yeah. Anyways, I think now that we start talking about COVID, we can also end it here.
Yeah, let's end it COVID.
Probably starting. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, that dog needs to go outside, I guess. So,
Cool. Thanks, Richard.
yeah, thanks so much for staying with us, even though you're reading something much more interesting on the side, probably. Yeah, awesome. I don't know. See you all next month, I guess.
Yeah.
Online, probably.
Yeah, maybe next time we will do more propagation, like kind of marketing to get more people.
Let's try. Yeah.
Maybe next time we will have some guests.
Yeah, we can try again, right? Maybe we find someone who has time for it.
Yeah.
Um,
I think still Tim.
Or we should start telling people like not a day before, maybe a week or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Next
Cool.
time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.